There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. Melissa Service Pack 7 is now controlling transmission.
Uh-oh.
Hi everyone, Melissa Service Pack 7 here, and today's video is going to be about New Kids on the Block. Yes, that's a Jordan poster in the background. That is a Jonathan poster. I said Jordan, I made a mistake. Jonathan. Sorry about that. Okay, so how many of you were obsessed with the New Kids on the Block in the 90s? I was extremely obsessed. I literally had everything New Kids on the Block. I had the bed sheets, I had a jacket, I had shirts, I had hair clips, I had notebooks, folders, pens, pencils, you name it. And actually, you can see some of it back here, which I'll give you a closer look at. But first, I want to share something really funny with you. And that is a letter that I wrote to the New Kids on the Block when I was 14 years old. And it never got mailed because it was part of a scrapbook, and it had a page in the back that said, you know, you write your letter to the New Kids, you know, in that page. And I never mailed it because my parents were always telling me that, you know, keep everything nice. Don't tear pages out of books. Don't scribble in and blah, blah, blah. Because when you grow up, they're going to be worth a lot of money. And, you know, they kind of drilled that into my head. So I filled out, you know, I wrote the letter, but I never mailed it. And that's probably why. So, just a minute. I'm going to get the book out. It's a big scrapbook. Right over here. I don't know if you can see, but it's behind my Trapper Keeper. Okay. All right. The New Kids, along with some other New Kids on the Block things. All right, so here it is. Big scrapbook. This scrapbook is dated 1990. Of course, I got it later in life because I was not rich. My family was not rich. I was not spoiled. I got an allowance and I had to buy things that I really, really wanted myself. My parents bought me some things, you know, they bought me what they could. So anyway, I got this a little later, probably 92. I think I was 14 in 92, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really bad at math. All right, so this is the letter, okay, and it's written with my favorite 80s pen, the Pentec Fireworks 4-color pen. Okay, so I'm gonna read it to you. Dear New Kids on the Block, my name is Melissa Farinaro and I'm 14 years old. I live in Maine, and I spelled Maine wrong, really, really bad. I always misspelled Maine when I was a kid and a teenager, and for some reason I thought it was spelled M-E-I-N-E. I'll give you a look at it. Okay, so let's do this so it doesn't take too long. Okay. I live in a really boring town. It's called Kingman, and there are no stores here at all. I cannot read my handwriting. Okay, we only have an elementary school and no high school or junior high. I have to go to school all the way in Lee, and it takes an hour for me to get to school. I love your music, but people always laugh at me in school because I like your music. But I ignore them because you are the best. Okay. Do you like to play Nintendo? I do. I have 5 games. They are Mario Brothers 1, Uncle Fester's Quest, Mega Man 2, and Super Mario Brothers 3. I can't beat any of these games yet. Just a second. just a second. You were talking to the queen of nostalgia. I just happen to still have those 5 original Nintendo games. Surprise! Mario Brothers 1. Super Mario Brothers, I'm sorry. It's called Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers 3. Mega Man 2. And Uncle Fester's Quest. I still have them. They are my original Nintendo games. The very first ones that I had when I first got my Nintendo, which I got in 8th grade, which was 1990, 91, something like that. I can't remember. Like I said, I'm really, really bad at math. And another example of me being so bad at math is it said I have 5 Nintendo games, but I only named 4, and I don't know what the 5th game could have been. I just cannot remember. So let's go back to my letter to the New Kids on the Block. Okay, I already said that. I really like your music, and I have every single thing they have sold with you on it. I have it. I have all your books, and I've underlined the word all. Shirts, I'm sorry, I have all your books, and I have all your cards, shirts, bracelets, stickers, and buttons from the machines. I'm not sure what the buttons from the machines were. I'm thinking they were like little buttons about that big, and they might have been in like the 25-cent machines. I like to collect stuff, so I decided to collect stuff about you. And I have all of your tapes too. The one I like the best is Hangin' Tough, but one song I don't like is on your album No More Games. It's called Stay With Me Baby. You guys sound really weird. How do you sing in a voice like that? Well, gotta go. Peace. From your biggest fan, Melissa Farinero. Sorry, the writing's so messy. Oh, God, I was such a dork. And I still am now at the ripe old age of 46. I'm just a bigger, older dork. Yeah. All right. So let's go check out my vintage New Kids on the Block stuff that I had since I was a kid. The bedding I still have, but it's put away, it's packed up, and I really don't want to pull it out. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that I still have, and then we'll close off. All right. First, we have my vintage New Kids on the Block hat. Yes, I did wear that. Then over here is my vintage Jonathan poster. It's not in the best condition. It got wet a couple times. It wasn't stored properly. Then we go down here, my New Kids on the Block tape. That came with one of my dolls. I still have the dolls, but they're packed away, so we can't see those today. A giant New Kids on the Block button. Oops, I bumped into my cassette player. A New Kids on the Block duffel bag. I've had that since I was in 7th grade. One of my New Kids on the Block books. And then if we scroll down here, this is something that I bought not too long ago. It's the New Kids on the Block fashion plates. I got that at Goodwill, and it was never opened. And then we slide over here, some New Kids on the Block books. New Kids on the Block Backstage Surprise. New Kids on the Block Lives and Loves of New Kids on the Block. And New Kids on the Block. Meet the New Kids on the Block. And then we got this sticker album in here. And then we've got a hardcover book in there. I'm sorry this is so short, but I'm pressed for time today, so I can't really go into too much detail for you with these things. But just to give you a general idea of what a freaking dorky nerd I was back then and how obsessed I was with New Kids on the Block, you pretty much get it.